Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts. Today I'm reacting to NF Leave Me Alone, and I'm excited to continue down the NF journey with you, as always. I feel like these songs are just a great way for us to experience our emotions on a deeper level and through the music, so I'm excited to learn more from you too and what comes up with this song. And I want to announce that we will be taking a short break from posting reactions for about a week. But don't worry, we'll be back. And we're going to be so excited to continue providing you this content. So keep giving us those recommendations. I know we have so many that are flooding in, so we're not always able to get to them as quickly as we would like, but we are putting in our best effort. And your support here really makes a difference to allow us to continue providing that content for you. Because here at Delightfully Dysfunctional, we are all about the connections that we can create and how can we be more compassionate and be more curious. So, without further ado, let's dive in to NF Leave Me Alone.
Hey! Panic stricken, handle business, not a joke, yeah. Manners missing, travel different, no control, yeah. Time to listen, time to zip it, keep it close. My description, highly gifted, take some notes, yeah. Lack of interest, why'd you visit, hit the road, yeah. I'm kinda twisted, so keep your distance, be a ghost, yeah. See, I'm inventive, but quite the menace. You ain't know? Well then I'm offended. Let's jog your memories, here we go, yeah. I went from nobody to kinda famous. Hide my plaques inside a closet, I just can't explain it. My wife, she tells me that she's proud and thinks that I should hang them, but I just leave them on the ground right next to my self-hatred. Yeah, mental health, where's my mental health? Diagnosed with OCD, what does that mean? We'll gather round. That means I obsessively obsess on things I think about. That means I might take a normal thought and think it's so profound. Ruminating, fill balloons are full of doubts. Do the same things, if I don't I'm overwhelmed. Thoughts are pacing, they go round and round and round. It's so draining, let's move on to something else. Fine.
I've never heard mental health conditions described in such a beautiful and fun way. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, no. There's so many threads from his other videos that are continuing here. So you really know that it's a continuation of his journey. It's really interesting. Like he discussed being highly gifted, and it makes me wonder if he was ever described that way when he was a young child. I think for many people who are highly gifted in one area or another, I myself feel that I'm just a highly sensitive person, so like emotional cues and being able to really then connect with my clients and understand what's going on with them. I feel like that's an area I have like a sixth sense when it comes to emotions. And I feel anyone in a creative pursuit who can really transmute their personal experience and pain into music like that has an element of giftedness in, communicating, creativity, feeling deeply too. And then we have these representations with the balloons of like, I believe his mental health and the struggles that he's been having. And these balloons are black. It's making me try to remember what color they've been in other videos. Have they always been black or have they been red? Because for some reason I'm picturing a red balloons, but maybe it's not there. And yeah, he's weaving in again, just these messages of mental health that I think are really important. And it just as a male in society talking about mental health, I think that he really provides a voice and, gives understanding to people who've had that struggle. So it's just nice to not feel alone. That's why community is so important. I'm ready for some more. I want to hear a little bit more of that, like those mental health lines that are so peppy, but yet we don't want those symptoms.
They go round and round and round, it's so draining. Let's move on to something else. Fine. Running the game if they don't even know it. Like I'm undercover and know when to blow it. I come out of nowhere, they don't even notice. The flow is so cold you would think it was snowing. I'm under the weather but wind isn't blowing. I got an umbrella for difficult moments. You gotta admit it, I'm very devoted. I'm out in the rain but it don't always open so high. Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away. But I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Tell them how I feel, but they don't wanna change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 quiet. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone.
Okay, I really want to approach this from an IFS framework. That's internal family systems. It's interesting because he's kind of talking about his burdens, his mental health burdens, and it's this idea of if I didn't have those, then who would I be? And they're so loud, that voices. And so much of this to me is reflective of what we would call managers in IFS. Really just means there's a protective part of us. So there's that protective part of us that steps in. And there was a time when we needed it to be there. And at some point, it can also become destructive. So as earlier in the song, when he's describing these different dysfunctional thought patterns like overthinking, ruminating, he's saying it much more poetically than that. I'm using therapy clinical jargon, but yeah, like ruminating, and there was a lot of catastrophizing, thinking about the worst case scenario, those types of things that he was describing feel very protective in a way. As a young child, when those ideas were formed, it was this idea of okay, if I can assume the worst, then I'm protected, I won't be surprised. And then in adult life, when we're not experiencing anything that might feel as scary, it still tends to be the same script that we follow of that worst case scenario, and now feel like these heavy burdens, these symptoms that are holding someone back from really living a fulfilling life. So all of that to say, it's interesting as he's talking about even communicating with these parts. This song is about saying leave me alone, whatever it is, that loud critical voice, that part that feels the need to control, that part that feels the need to be a people pleaser. These are just traits that we've developed to survive in the world, but at some point their grip feels too tight on letting us really live more fully and be ourselves. So this to me is a real exploration of those parts with him. And I'm going to try not to talk so much, you guys. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Quiet, 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 yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, quiet, 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 yeah, leave me alone. I hate when they debate if we're underrated. We're so overlooked that they're looking over our numbers, Nathan. We don't do enough interviews or go out in public lately. We don't post enough on our socials to keep the buzz from fading. Let it fade, yeah, let it fade. Once it's decimated, then you drop a song out of nowhere and all the fans embrace it. And the buzz will surface again as part of my operation. I don't need advice from my doubts right now, end of conversation. Shut your mouth, yeah, shut your mouth. Better tone it down, close it now. If you make a sound, I'ma change it down. Funny how they be acting loud, coming unannounced, floating round. Man, the kid is wild, pretty wild, true. I'm kinda funny but don't really show it. I keep it together but have a disorder. I go to my room and I sit in my corner and talk to myself in a language that's foreign. I think of a rhyme and I have to record it, but no, if I don't, I wake up in the morning and question my life again, always avoiding. I hate to be different but hate to be normal, so I hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away, but I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Tell them how I feel, but they don't wanna change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 quiet. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Remember back in No Name, I said fame called. Told you I hung up, it kinda felt wrong. Finally called him back, we didn't talk long. He asked me how I'd been, I sent him this song. Yeah, think he took offense, he kinda seemed off. I texted him that night to ask what he thought. It took a couple days to get a response, but once I finally did, he said the song sucks. Feel the symptoms, couldn't miss him, wrestle with them, then I'd pin and flip him. Brought some back up, Noah, you should get some. Who you dissing? Mood is switching, don't come in the kitchen, you should listen. Cooking record for my hands are blistering. So persistent, don't forget this, hold attention. Soul is bending, no pretending, open-ended, low percentage, so demented. Whole consensus, flow tremendous, no apprentice, no incentive, show intensive, so possessive, tone aggressive. Watch your step when I hold up my balloons bones and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away. But I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone, leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone, leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Ay, leave me alone. Ay, yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Ay, yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Ay.
Trying to piece together like what like the people in white are representing. I mean, it feels to me it's like his fans and his followers is the vibe. Oh my gosh, okay. And then like the cutting of the balloons and then handing it to that hand, which I would assume is another fan. The sleeve had like the white outfit. There's a fly in my face. Oh my God. Being attacked. That's interesting. That part. I mean, to me, it's like the music. It's being communicated, and these balloons are like these burdens that he has been carrying around or like hiding behind these very like critical parts of oneself. And these are all formed on usually in early childhood, but whenever there's just a sense of inadequacy that we have. So this is how we protect those more vulnerable parts that we have. And I think that it's the commonality of him speaking. That's really what he's speaking about in all of his songs is the struggle and the parts that feel inner conflict and inconsistency and like defending oneself and the inner turmoil that one feels. And I think that those are a lot of human processes that aren't unique to NF, but just a part of being human. And that's why he has such a fan base that relates and that truly loves and cares for the music that he provides. And when you have that much heart in the work that you do, as we've seen in other songs, there's that frustration for the industry and what they're asking. So for him to not want to sign up for as much of the, interviews or the marketing or whatever, and hold true to what he's able, like the energy he's able to put out, and then he's protecting himself in that way, I just really value that and respect that. It's difficult in this fast-paced world to find your own pace or to find some peace in it, to slow down in some way. It's an act of rebellion. And I just don't think we humans are meant to operate. So always be doing. We are supposed to be human beings, and there should be times of rest and peace, especially when you're putting so much creative energy to works like this. So I appreciate that he takes that time, and I hope that you can also take that downtime, especially when I know that there has been so much in our country going on right now in the United States of America, and there are ripple effects worldwide. So it does not matter what affiliation you have or where you lean. There's a heaviness in the air, and there's just change. Change is stressful no matter what, whether it's good change, whether it's hard change. So please take some time and take care of you. Tune into yourself and ask what you're needing so that you can do some self-soothing and calm that nervous system. So here's my reminder to please be kind to yourself, and we will see you in the next one. Remember, there's going to be a little bit of a wait, but we'll be back. Don't worry. Oh, yes. And we'll be doing some rebranding when we come back. So very excited for that. Very excited. Stay tuned. James is declaring merch. I declare merch.
not like right away, but
not right away. It's yeah. Sorry, we're a little team of two, so be patient with us. But we have had so much fun on this journey. Thank you so much, delightful humans. Please like and subscribe, share with a friend, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.